Hello folks and welcome back to CraftRiddle. And I was going to let these guys play for a bit, get the walls up, do stuff like that. And I wasn't going to come back until the merchants left. Well, the merchants are actually still here. What made me stop playing and stop recording is the fact that our turkeys, the eggs all hatched. So now we have a whole bunch of chicks. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a little place for the chicks. No. Yeah, I want... There I go. Okay. The mouse is getting in the way of my recording stuff. Derp. Alright. And that's going to be animal, which is N, pasture. And I'm going to put the all the little baby turkeys there. Now that does mean I'm going to have to undo this door over here so they could get to it. Okay, so I'm going to stop. So now that we have baby chicks for turkeys, I'm going to lock up the door for the chickens. And soon, hopefully, we'll get chickens. And also, they'll bring some guys down to move the turkeys over here. And what I want also for the pen, for the babies, is a door. So they'll just wander out, helter-skelter, like that ones are doing right now. They're making an escape, guys. Stop them! Stop them! Well, you really can't escape unless they... Oh, what are they doing? Yeah, okay. So, let's see. Has somebody... No. They still haven't put that bed there. Do we have a cabinet? No, we don't. So, that actually isn't very exciting. So what I'm going to do is play for a little while. And come back when something else happens. Hi guys, I was just wondering what was coloring the water, and I realized there's willow fruit. I think that's their way of saying willow seeds are coming down. So yeah, there's some fish over here, and the merchants are getting ready to leave. They've finally finished making the fishery, and I've had them make a few other things in preparation for future projects. A butcher shop for when we butcher the adult turkeys. Jewelry workshop for when we get glass. We could cut that into glass gems, which could be made into windows. Mason's workshop, which when we get stone, which we'll have to import. A clother, loom, tanner shop, and over here I believe they were making dyer's shop, which is probably not going to be very useful, but whatever. So we're getting some progress. I've also... They're moving some of the chicks down there, but not a lot. They're so busy doing their things, they kind of come down just when they can. And I've also ordered the last level before we can't dig anymore. I've ordered this pattern here for the wooden caskets, because I figure you need to be underground for some of the underground farming. Stockpiles are just easier to put underground. I could have made warehouses above ground, but that would have taken forever. The chicks I like to keep underground, and the birds, because if they can, it's just safer from birds of prey and upstairs and all that stuff. And a dwarf should be buried underground, even if it's in a wooden casket. But the workshops and the training and the sleeping and the eating and the praying will all be above ground. It might not be in daylight because a lot of this is going to be covered, they're going to have roofs. And I moved in a few more beds into the bed area. But we're probably going to have a second bedroom. Also, they stopped brewing for a second because they were running out of barrels, but that's because the manager didn't have any priorities, so the orders are all mixed up. And I told him to prioritize barrels and wooden pots, but I don't think he can differentiate between the many orders from one workshop. I could probably tell them just make these barrels using this workshop, but they're not screaming at me anymore, so I think they're getting the barrels they need in time to make the drinks they need. So I'm not gonna get overly hyperactive. There's a lot of fish. What kind of fish? That's a fish. Okay. What's this? Another one. Salmon. All right. Mussel. So there's different fish on this place. Now I remember that there are some sort of animals around. There are deer. Yes. If we could get hunters, we can. You know what? Let's make a Whoops, no, that's not what I want. Let's make a boiler shop. Let's put it right in the middle here. I think the carpenters probably, some of them can make bows, crossbows. Maybe not. And of course, the upper area. And they've created a masterpiece bed. That's nice, but have you finished yet making the cabinets? No, you haven't. And the merchants are have embarked on their journey, so they're starting to leave. So we should start to see wagons and dwarves leading water buffalo from that little trade depot and through my little tunnel soon. And next year they should bring stone and weapons and pigs, and I forgot to ask them for water buffalo, but But we should start to see them moving soon. Any second now. Any second now. They have to load up their stuff, so it's probably taking them a while. Need empty, yep. So we're brewing fruit faster than we're making storage equipment, which was one of the things I was worried about. We're not somehow I'm not getting them to get the barrels and the wooden pots fast enough. They're working on it. They're just not getting the wood in fast enough. I know we don't have any wooden pots yet, so I'm not sure why they're not making that. There's so many wooden things. Maybe I should make another carpentry shop. I think I only have 2 guys who are carpentry, though. 2. But I might be able to make maybe another carpentry shop. And maybe somebody with some skills can jump in. Maybe one of the crafts gals. All right. So let's see. Let's see the merchants. I like to see them enter that tunnel, come out the other side. Somebody's bringing. Yeah, I know. We need empty barrels for you to continue to make booze. Though we have about 300 units of booze for 18 people. So yeah, and a lot of food. And they're still making the food too. So once that order kind of runs out, I think once we run out of fruit, to be honest, they're going to start doing other things. And I caught somebody. Oh, excuse me. I just saw somebody take a table downstairs, which means we're going to have probably tables for new offices or dining area. I want to see the merchants move. Come on. And there's still chicks running around, little baby turkey chicks running around. You know, this is an open fort. If there's any hawks around here, they're in trouble. The deer probably won't kill them, but hawks and falcons will. I don't see the deer. I mean, basically, they show up as D's. There they are. Yeah. Let me see if I can get a close-up of the deer. The cute little deer. Yeah, so you could see him against the yellow. Yep. Whee! Alright, let's go back. Whoa! The merchants have left. That's when I was peeking. Wow. Well, that was fast. They left a whole bunch of... Oh, that's all the stuff I didn't trade with them. Alright, well. Let's see. Has anybody started on the tunnels yet? Nope. They're still moving the turkeys around. Still getting those chicks into the little pen I assigned them to. But there's still chicks running around on their own. And there's stuff that needs to be collected from the fields. But we only have about 18 people. Usually when I have a fort, I get 20 or 30 or 60 people per migrant wave. So this is, for me, very primitive, very slow. Also, building things is a lot more effort than digging them out. It's easy to dig out stuff out of a mountain. But when you have to dig out the material, cut it down, and then build up a building, that does take a little longer. Do we have a cabinet yet? No. Alright, well, let's go upstairs and see how they're doing up here. Wow, okay. They're going to have to start... first of all, let's finish the wall. Or at least ask them to finish the wall. Okay. Now, an up and down area. So I can reach the next level. Because I need to... have to wait till they put the actual staircase there before I do that. But see, this is going to be another area of for sleeping. Can you put a door down even though there's no ceiling? I guess you can. Alright. So, right, and they still haven't put the cups here yet. That's a finished goods stockpile that's supposed to have cups, but they haven't brought the cups in. I really wish you guys would get to collecting those dipple cups. I mean, I know they're not edible. Looks like somebody's cooking, which means somebody has made some barrels. Okay, so they're brewing again, and somebody's cooking, and they did, like I said, finish the fisheries, so they're processing any raw fish. All right, so they're making meals and they're doing everything they should. All right, well, I'll get back to you when something interesting is going on. Whee! Oh, that's bad for the eyes. Oh boy. But yeah, and it is autumn. It is actually mid-autumn because the caravan left, which means winter will be coming soon. And I forgot pears, blueberries, strawberries, willows. This is a temperate area, isn't it? So we might end up finding ourselves frozen. The dwarves aren't going to like that, but like I said, they're going to have to get used to it. So make those barrels faster, please. Barrels? No, you're making chairs. Barrels? No, you're making tables. See? Oh well. Let's see how they're doing upstairs. Cabinet? No? I need at least 2 cabinets to fill out that bedroom. Though I'm pretty sure one cabinet might block the door. I think they climb over furniture, so I don't think that's actually an issue. And he's eating a fish. The diplomat's not doing anything because we don't have a tavern, so he's not. And he's eating. Oh, it's not a fish. It's a prepared giant mountain goat kidney. So that's not actually a meal. He just grabbed a piece of food that was uncooked and is eating it. They don't really use fire, from what I could tell, when they cook things. So really, they just mash things together. So it's not really an issue. Come on, guys. All right. Like I said, I'll come back when something's really happening and not just interesting from a player's point of view. Hey guys, it seems like they're starting a fist fight with a raccoon. I don't know why, but it looks like somebody Gopher actually got into a fight with a raccoon, and his right lung is busted. Hopefully he doesn't die on us, because we don't have a hospital. And it'd be nice to not have somebody be killed by a raccoon. I might have to, yeah, they're scattering. I might have to actually make a military. Just one person. I don't care about a wrestler. Look, I don't want a wrestler. They don't have to be. Okay. First off, okay, disband squad. Okay, now create squad. It's going to be leather armor. So, and they're called what now? No, this is a temporary thing. Raccoon squad, raccoon guard, right? Just one raccoon, just raccoon. Okay, this is just one thing. Doesn't need to be it. I don't think we have swords. We might have a sword. Let's go for it. So you pick up your equipment. Kill. Okay, let's make sure I get this right. Raccoon. Kill. Raccoon. So he's become a military commander. The dogs are going after the raccoon, which is kind of nice, actually. Did you actually... You fell down? Oh, is the raccoon dead? So there's one raccoon who's dead. And there's another raccoon. We'll kill that other one too. So there's a whole bunch of raccoons around here. And we have a butcher shop. Butcher a dead animal. Go for it. There he goes. There he goes. And there he is. And you just killed it. Now, what were you armed? Were you armed with anything? Whoop, that's not what I want. Were you armed with anything? So you picked up the short sword. Okay. And yes, pick up the... Okay, and that's military is now kaput. I don't need you. And let's see, will they butcher the they're having problems. Okay, so we've killed 2 raccoons. Yippee. Albatrosses. We have albatrosses. And one of our guys just killed 2 raccoons. Alright. But, and they're having construction issues up here. I see. Okay. Well, get back to it. Is it because there was a combat going downstairs and you guys got confused? Sometimes that happens. And they're now beds, and people are sleeping in them. Alright. Oh, I can't fill up the whole thing because there's still holes in the roof. Well, as long as they're sleeping, that's okay, I guess. Oops. No, I don't. Whoop. I don't know what... No, no. I don't want to follow somebody. I want to place cabinet. They're not planning as much as they were before when it comes to food. I think they're somebody, yeah. Okay, it looks to be okay. Do we have a butcher? I don't think we have a butcher. So I'm going to go see who's doing nothing. The hauler. He's constructing stuff. Okay, the peasant. I think that was actually the guy who just... Militia commander. Well, I now have a militia commander, whether I like it or not, eh? Alright, I get it. Okay, well, he is a swordsman, that's okay. But let's see if the peasant wants to be a butcher. That's annoying to my eyes. Okay. So it's okay. Farming, butchery, and tanning. Yes, thank you. Since you're farming, let's also do that. But you're going to be butcher, Butch. Hey, Butch. This is going to be your new name, Butch. Sorry about that, Butch. But alright, professional meat, animal killer. The other guys deal with trees, this guy deals with animals, so yeah. And it looks like you guys are working on the walls. I told him to start working on the 3rd level. At the same time, I told him to try to finish the top of the floor there. Do they have another cabinet? No. The automated messages that tell them when to do orders and stuff seems to be working slightly, but only when I tell them basically to always continuously almost make something. Ooh, somebody's butchering the raven. Excellent. We'll have bones. And a skull. I wonder if that will trigger the totem. Maybe. We still have turkey chicks running around. Though a lot of them are in there. The pen. And there is still other people grabbing them. I got a feeling more of them might have been born that I don't know of. Yeah, they have. So another hatch were born that I don't know of. That's why they're running around still. Alright, guys. Yeah, there's so many people doing so many things that plants are not being picked up. Oh, no, wait. They've signed those to pick them up. Okay. The leaves, though, won't be very useful. Oh, we don't have any leaves. Oh, crap. I mean, we don't have any seeds. See, when they're not cooking, see, they're brewing the plump helmets, but without the barrels, the whole thing's being interrupted. So they're not getting the seeds or the spawns they want. And they're cooking the useless stuff. I caught them cooking our plum wine too, which I wasn't happy about. Okay, so we're gonna have Raven probably on the menu soon. Maybe. Maybe not. Is that guy even gonna be... Yeah, they're gonna pick him up. What they're gonna do with him by the time they get to him, I don't know, because they might not be worth doing anything with. Okay, so somebody's butchered the raven. And what happened to the raven bits? Prepared raccoon, mangled skull, skin, bone. I think they're going to try to do something with the bone. Skin? Mangled skin. I think they're going to throw the that stuff into the trash. Fat. We have fat. Oh! I need a place for the fat. Just a little area for the fat. Pause. Fat's useful for soap, and that's why I tried to make sure it was separate from everything else. So just a little area, not even an actual, not even, ooh. Not even a real room, just a little side area for the fat to be stored. Okay, one guy's planting seeds. What are you doing? Oh, you're a kid, you're playing. Alright. Now the funny thing is, the kids seem to be hilariously happy. Overall, it's quite focused with satisfied needs. So they're all doing pretty well kids-wise. These kids are going to be blissful dining area, content after eating a wonderful dish. I still think they're getting annoyed about cups, yeah. I don't know, because there's cups down here. And I told them to take cups upstairs. But they're not doing it. I don't know. I think probably I need to tell them to maybe take from a workshop. Yeah, that'll work. And I still have the representative here. Not sure why. And it looks like they finished the upstairs, so I could probably put beds down here. And I could also start assigning them. Like I said, if this was a mountain, this would be a lot easier. On the other hand, if this was a mountain, I'd probably have 100 dwarfs by now, and many of them probably would not have bedrooms yet. Because there'd be more of them popping up than I could. Okay. And when there's more beds up here, I'll be able to assign them to more people. And, okay, do I have a cabinet? No. But that's at least one last thing I have to worry about. Now, let's think about... See, up here, on the left, I have basically a 3-story building. So the first floor, second floor, third floor. Now, there's nothing from keeping me from building above the ground. For example, I could start taking one of these areas and putting out a wall here, not a wall, a floor with a wall around it, and then build on top of it because I already have all the walkways. So I could start building on the inside while going up. So as the walls go up, I could start building these these buildings attached to the wall itself instead of having a foundation on the ground. And he's sleeping on the ground. He's sleeping outside. Not sure why he's sleeping outside. Since he was making a roof over a new bedroom. Caught in the rain. He's gotten drunk. He's had good dining. He's satisfied at work. Fine seat. Fine seat. He's okay. But he got caught in the rain. And that's going to happen a lot because he's going to get caught in the rain. A lot. I'm a little worried about Gopher. I know Gopher got hurt. Alright, well, what's your stats? Alright. After seeing a raccoon die. So he was accosted by hamsters. He hates hamsters. I know about the hamsters. He felt good about conducting the meeting with the guy from our civilization because he had a good setting. He had an office. But he's still kind of bitter about not drinking from a proper cup, and he's getting sick about being rained on. Now, I could change that by turning the dining room into an actual tavern and putting a bag in there, and all the cups will go into the bag, and they'll be happy. But I'm not going to do that because I wanted it to be a dining area. And it's going to stay a dining area. I'll make a tavern later on. How's your relationships going? You have friends. So, what I'm going to start doing is slowly expanding up here on the walkways and making little rooms just like we did over there. If we do make gardens up here, I want to make sure there's one side where there is no buildings made, because if we make a surface garden for strawberries and stuff like that. Why has he got a question mark? Oh, he's chasing turkeys. Which makes sense. He's chasing turkeys. One more cabinet. Thank you. Alright. That guy is eating in the dining room. Yep. He's still relaxing. The outpost liaison is still relaxing. Tree killer here is eating. What are you eating? Raw mussel stew. Oh, we're gonna get sick of that, aren't we? I have to look. I just want to see. We have plenty of fish. And prepared meals. Where's prepared? Did I go past it? I did go past it. So let's see what the prepared meals are. Stew. Stew, 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 stew. Yeah. Alright. Well. Alright, I'll come back when something's happening. Oh, look at that. We have raccoon for Paul. Skull. We have a skull? Well, why aren't we making something with it then? Shouldn't that be triggering something, guys? Guys. Tan a hide. Are they tanning a hide? Did they actually take Huh. Did they actually take, And they make a totem. So maybe that might trigger the, I don't know. I'm not sure what the O means. I think that just means orders. You're supposed to be making stuff, but you're not. So, I don't know. Those guys are taking beds up. I'm thinking about waiting till winter shows up and not recording anything till winter shows up so you could just see it all turn white. And then we'll see how well this goes. Because if there's still ponds available, or at least water available, that's one thing. But if it all freezes up, then we're going to have to think about making a well. And only a few layers of earth to do it. I'm going to have to be very careful about how I design that well. Oh, look at that! No, not weapons. What was, burial? Burial receptacle. Alright, and so we got a place now to bury our dead. Wooden caskets. The frontier, basically, people. We don't have stone. We're an island civilization. We're going to have lucky if we have metal armor. We're not going to. We're going to have copper weapons and leather and bone and shell. We're going to look more like islanders than anything else. But we'll be back when it snows or something really interesting happens. Hey folks, just to let you know, there are now raccoon intestines and meat in the stockpile, so they are cooking up the raccoons. I wonder if they're going to make them into a stew. Ugh. I actually now want to see. Walnut stew. Beer stew. I told him to stop doing that. Raccoon stew. Wow. That's just not... Well, at least they'll have something warm to eat during the winter months. Though, technically, it won't be warm because they just drink stuff without cooking it, so I don't know. And I think they might have taken the skull to make a totem out of. No, it's still there. There's two skulls now. And they're right here. Which reminds me, I do have to make some sort of kitchen. I mean, not kitchen. Hospital. And temples. And all other sorts of things. But let's focus. The bedroom is pretty much getting together. The second bedroom is now having cabinets and beds, and it's covered. And they've been told to start working on the walls. And the walls will continue to go up and 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 up until they're beyond the trees. And on the inside, we'll continue to build buildings on all sides, except I think for the south side. There we could put maybe some gardens, above ground gardens, when we have enough people. Looks like they're going to gather some more fruit. So it actually isn't that bad fruit-wise. We have a lot of pears. A lot of pears and a lot of plums and berries. I wish we had more plump helmets. Pigtails, brewing them. See, those are the ones we mill to make cloth, but we don't have millstones, so we can't do anything about that yet. Cooking the seeds, walnuts, but they're leaving the rest of them alone. So yeah, and they're not cooking any of our food or any of our drinks anymore. So yeah, it's hens. So we're basically getting a lot of weird food. Eggs and raccoon and mussels. Ugh. Alright, I'll be back when winter hits. Okay, folks, I finally figured out... Yeah, guys, you need a lot of logs. I finally figured out what was going wrong with the work orders. I had it set up except for one thing. When I told them the amount of items, I didn't actually tell them what the item was. For example, I said amount of items available at most 10. It needed to be cabinets, and that needed to be less than. So now most of these are doing okay except for the wooden chests. It seems that means boxes and bags. In other words, they're looking at a wooden chest as just another container. A very generic term. So since we have a lot of bags and boxes in stock, it's saying no, we're not going to make any more until you actually use those up. But everything else is kicked into place. So I figured out how this actually works now. And the next time I set up some more orders, when we start setting up military stuff and all that, I'll probably show you. So, yay! And everybody seems to be active. And yeah, I know it's not winter yet. And yeah, I know they still need items. And they're running out of logs. They want logs. And they're cutting them down. I already told them. I already gave them orders to cut down some logs. So they're kind of behind. If you need logs, yeah, cut down. Yeah. They don't want to make wooden pots because they don't have the logs. But now they're cutting them down. So they're going to have the logs soon. So the problem is they do have some logs. But each one of those logs has been basically tagged for a certain item to be made into a cup or a barrel and all that. So those are already basically been reserved. So they still need more logs. And what's going on here? Alright, well, like I said, I'll come back when winter happens. Woohoo! They still haven't put cups down here. That's kind of annoying. What's going on? Are the leaves coming down or is it raining blood? The leaves are falling. Yeah, about like 5 more days and winter starts. They're getting into the... Who became a herbalist? Animal killer now is a herbalist? Well, he's gathering plants, so that's what he's doing. Alright. So the leaves are coming down. That's what that red stuff is. In evil biomes, that would be blood. Raining blood. But no, that's just the autumn leaves coming down now for the... As all the fruit and everything else has already come down, so the autumn leaves. Yeah. It's all coming down. Soon we'll have the autosave. And then that'll be the beginning of winter. And that's going to be when we really see how things work. Because that's, will the ponds freeze over? Will I not have fresh water? Will I have to build a well? And that, a well, not a weld, a well. And then that's when things really tell us how tough it's going to be around here. Because winter, different animals might show up. I know there's supposed to be wolves around here. We ran into deer, pandas, raccoons. But they said there'd be wolves. So this is kind of a temperate jungle. If there's no snow, or at least there's snow but it doesn't ice up, I'm going to say we're basically in the Chinese, Southeast Asia kind of environment. Since many of the items probably could be found easily in Asia. Some of the trees, anyway. Is that guy fishing? He's fishing. If I can make a tavern or a temple soon, these guys will be happy as pigs. Nobody, because there's nobody left on the list. Everybody has a bed now. Woohoo! Alright. I think we're going to end it right when the snow hits. Oh, it's early winter right now. And there's no snow. Now, if it was going to be really cold, the last place I was at, the water would ice up early, mid-autumn, and not unfreeze until late spring. Basically, I was living in Michigan. So this is Asia, because the water's still flowing, everything's still going on. We're just probably not going to find any fruit. Or if there is any fruit, it's probably going to go, oh no. Well, there is fruit. It's probably going to go bad pretty soon, though. And there are flies and everything. But winter's come, so I think this is a good place to end. And I'll probably edit real heavily. End up with 2 episodes, probably. Or at least 2 videos of the same episode. So, alright, I'll see you guys.